This is Sacristo-nory, and today's Sacristo-nory is a special Christmas one called Herman's Letters. Herman and Henry had been best friends for as long as anyone could remember. From tiddlywinks to climbing trees, they did everything together. They had great fun inventing their own games, and they even had a secret club with a secret code and a secret handshake. Everything was just perfect. Until Henry had to move away. The two friends were devastated, but they promised that they would write to each other every single day. It wasn't easy for Henry. He had to settle into a new home, and he really missed Herman terribly. As soon as he could, he wrote his very first letter. Dear Herman, how are you? My new home is kind of okay, but it's not the same without you around. The weather here is nice and sunny, and I've made some new friends. In fact, they've just called round. Lots of love. Mustache, your best friend, Henry. Herman knew that he should have felt happy for his friend, but inside, he just felt horrible. Awfully, terribly jealous. It just wasn't fair. Henry was off making new friends, but here was Herman, all on his own. So Henry sent another letter. Dear Herman, I can't believe that summer's already here. It's so lovely and warm where I am. In fact, I don't think it's rained once. Can you believe it? We went for a barbecue yesterday and I paddled in the sea and ate ice cream all day. I can't wait to hear what you've been up to. Please write soon. Love from Henry. Herman had meant to write back, but how could he possibly tell Henry just how miserable he was? He received another letter. Dear Herman, guess what I did today? I had a ride in a hot air balloon. It was amazing. You could see for miles. I wish you'd been there. It would have made it even better. Love from Henry. So hours, days and months passed by, and soon it was time for Herman to hibernate. He settled down in his comfiest armchair, pulled up a blanket and was just about to close his eyes when woof, something clattered through the letterbox. It was a letter from his best friend. Dear Herman, I hope you are well. I haven't received any of your letters. There must be a problem with the post or something. I miss you so much. You're my best friend in the whole wide world. Please say you'll come and visit me soon. Love from Henry. Herman had never felt so happy. Henry missed him too. He wrote a reply and rushed out through the snow to post it. But he was too late. The post office was shut now for the winter. Herman groaned. What was he going to do? Then he had a brilliant and rather bold idea. I will deliver this letter myself. Herman packed a suitcase and set out into the swirling snow. He walked and walked and walked, where his cosy home was just a distant memory. He strolled past some penguins, tiptoed through some caves, and leapt over creaking crevices. And then he climbed and he climbed and he climbed up steep cliffs and frozen waterfalls until finally he reached the top of the tallest mountain that he'd ever seen. Oh, bother. Poor Herman. His journey had just gone from bad to worse. Luckily, Herman was a very resourceful bear. But sometimes things don't always go to plan. Herman bashed his head on a tree trunk and everything went black. Herman's snoring attracted a lot of attention, but nobody quite knew what to do. Then somebody noticed Herman's letter. It was obvious what he needed. What he needed was a postman. Later that afternoon, Henry was very surprised to receive a strange snoring box. He was even more surprised when he opened it. Henry read Herman's letter and chuckled. Dear Henry, I miss you too. I'd love to visit, but I'll be hibernating all winter. I'll come and see you as soon as I wake up in the spring. Your best friend forever, Herman. He didn't mind that Herman had dropped in unannounced because, after all, they were best friends. But he had forgotten just how loud Herman's snoring was. Suddenly, spring seemed like a very, very long way away. But when it did come, it felt absolutely brilliant.